Okay. All right. So everybody, I want to welcome you to our tester night tonight. You guys are all sampling some products, and we want to give you just a sample of some of the product knowledge that we have learned and grown to just love and collect over the last year. So just like in Plexus with the products, you're tasting the tip of the iceberg, which is so exciting. The tip tastes really good, but the whole thing is like there's so much more where this came from, and I want you to know that going into this. I have got like studies and articles and all sorts of information on all these awesome products. So if you're one of those nitty-gritty people that wants like all the details and all the everything, message the person that invited you and we can get you all the nitty-gritty that you want. But tonight we're just going to try to make it short and sweet and give you just that tip of the iceberg for the product knowledge part of this as well. So that as you're sampling the products and the taste, Jamie, hello, you're also sampling just a little bit of the product knowledge side of this too, okay? So first of all, I want to introduce myself to all of you. I know some of you and some of you I don't know, so I want to make sure that I introduce myself and share quickly my story with you. Okay, so my name's Christy Jex. I live in Saratoga Springs, Utah. I have 4 beautiful and energetic children that have huge personalities, and I love them, and they also wear me out. That's the way it is with lots of kids, right? I've got a hot husband that I love. I do hair part-time, and I am a lover of people. I love to meet people. I love to learn about people and hear their stories, and so I'm just so excited to meet all of you, and I hope we get to connect one-on-one at some point. So my Plexus story, it's been a long journey. So for about, I want to make sure I keep tabs on the time here. So for a few years, I would say a good solid 6 years, I've been on a journey to get control of my health. I started to feel some stirring 6 years ago that there was something off in my body. I don't know if you can relate to that, but there was a time where I felt like, oh, there's just something off. I don't even know what it is. I just don't feel like myself. So that's how I felt about 6 years ago. And I went to the doctor like we normally do and got some blood work done. And no, you look pretty good. You know, you're pretty healthy. And then, you know, further down the road, I found out I had some thyroid issues. So then I got a thyroid pill, which was great. And I felt like, okay, that should be that. But something told me there was more. I kept thinking, gosh, can't there be like, there's got to be something more than just take a pill. I feel like there's something more I can do to improve my health. And so that's when I started to learn about diet and exercise. Anyway, long story short, let's fast forward to about a year ago. At that point, my journey had progressed to the point where I'd seen a bunch of functional medicine doctors. I'd done like in-depth testing on my blood, on my body, on everything, because I was not feeling good, you guys. Holy cow. I had, just to kind of let you know, I found out I had Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid autoimmune condition. I had adrenal fatigue. I had candida yeast overgrowth that was the worst that their office had ever seen, which wasn't exciting to me at all, like not the record I want to hold. And then just, I didn't feel good. I had cloudy head. I felt like I couldn't open my eyes wide enough. I was exhausted. Like we're talking 1 o'clock came and I was like, Lucy, we are going to snuggle and watch Enchanted. And by watch, I mean watch it through the back of my eyelids. Like I am going to sleep. You're going to snuggle me. And it's going to be wonderful. But I literally couldn't make it past about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My energy was so bad. I had headaches constantly. I had depression and anxiety. I was on an antidepressant that I'd been on for 4 years because all of those things kind of led to that. You know, it got me there. So I was really stuck. I just had my 4th baby. And I'd done the route of, you know, eating really clean for 2 years. And I had done all of that. I explored a whole bunch of supplements. And I had researched a lot, and I felt like I'd kind of exhausted all my resources at that point. And I was feeling worse than ever, you guys. I was feeling like this is not what I was born to be. I was just trying to make it through the day. I was like, gosh, if I could just have a nap at that point, then it will be only an hour and we can do this, and then I can go to sleep. Like that was how I was planning my life, and that's just not me. So it was a problem, and I was stressed about it. And so after I had my 4th baby, I was feeling worse than ever. I can show you my pictures. You can just see it in my face. Like my face was so inflamed and I was just miserable. It was just eking out of me. And that just wasn't me. So after I'd done everything that I learned at my functional medicine doctor and I was just eating as clean as possible, still had the headaches, still had the exhaustion and all of that, and still was feeling super depressed and hopeless. my friend Jenny reached out to me. She's one of my clients, and she very hesitantly reached out to me because I'm not the softest approach when it comes to stuff like this. Was very skeptical. I did not buy into quick fixes and all those things that it's going to make you live for 1,000,000 years and this a magic juice that you find on the outer edge of the world. I just was very, very skeptical. And I had done a lot of research, and I knew a lot about how I was working on healing my body, and I wasn't easily impressed. So Jenny reached out to me and said, you've got to try this. And I said, I'm okay. I know what to do. A couple months later, I had done everything I knew how to do, and I still felt miserable. And I said, all right. I looked into Plexus. I was interested. They knew what they were talking about. So I said, I'm going to try this. But I was really skeptical and really hesitant. So I didn't have quick results, you guys. It wasn't like a week later, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was not like that. With thyroid issues, it can take some time. So it was about 90 days into my Plexus journey. I was insanely consistent though, and I was very patient because I realized that there is no quick fix that's real. It's not existent. And so it's non-existent. So I knew that I had to give it some time. So 90 days in, okay? I remember waking up one day, and it was like someone took cloudy glasses off of my eyes, and it was like 100 pounds was lifted off my shoulders, and I felt amazing. I was like, holy crap, I'm back. What? It was so exciting, you guys, because I was like, I can see my life. Like, I can see how I can be myself. I can see how I can be the mom I want to be. I can do what I want to do in life. It was so exciting. And so at that point, I was like, oh no, I think I'm going to have to share this. I really don't want to do that. Please no. But I prayed my heart out for a whole weekend because I was really conflicted because I kept feeling those stirrings of this is something that people need. But I was like, I don't do that stuff. No, 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 no. But my answer was strong and clear, and I've not looked back. And I can't even tell you how gratifying it is to help people come out of the dark and get their lives back with these products. And that's what I've done over the last year. It's going to be a year. Oh my gosh, it's like 2 days until it's my year anniversary for sharing Plexus. But it has been an incredible journey, and I love helping people get their health back with these products. So that's my story, and I want to quickly go into why you're all on this call and give you just a snippet of information on, first of all, well, I want to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you mostly about this beautiful baby right there that you all know and love, the Slim. But I'm going to briefly, after that, touch on these three, because these four together are what I started with, and they are what I like to call the reset button. Have you ever thought, like, gosh, if I could just have a reset button or like a do-over with my health, I would just like to start fresh. That's what these four products are, is like hitting reset on your body. So that's what I want to share, but it's going to be so quick because I know that I don't want to take a lot of your time, and you guys are here spending your valuable time with us, so I'm going to be quick. So first of all, this Slim, okay? So this is the new reformulated Slim. They had an original Slim that was amazing, and then they've just come out with this brand new one. This is a one-day supply. What it looks like when it comes is like this. But this is what it looks like when you get just one. But they just barely redid it. And look at the beautiful packaging. I used to say, don't look at the ugly packaging, because it had like a lady's waist on it, and I was like, no. But this is beautiful. Check it out. It's so gorgeous. Anyway, so I want to quickly go over what's in it, so you can understand why people are freaking out about this and why it's such a big deal, and how, most importantly, how it can work for you. Okay, so quickly, some of the ingredients. The main ingredient in the pink drink is chromium. And it's basically all that's in here is crushed up plants. There's nothing synthetic. There's nothing fake or anything like that. It's all crushed up natural plants. And the first ingredient is chromium. And chromium is something that's found in broccoli, but in order to get the equivalent of the chromium you'd have to eat 9 cups of broccoli a day. Does anybody want to do that? Like, I would not want to be in your house with all the smells going on. Like, oh, 9 cups of broccoli to get the equivalence of the chromium that's in this one packet, and it tastes scrumptious. And what chromium does, chromium helps your insulin sensitivity. So it helps to balance out your insulin levels, which is magical, because when your insulin is in balance, all your other hormones follow and they get imbalanced too, because insulin is like your body's mother hormone. So if you get that one balanced, everything trickles down and starts to balance out as well. So let that marinate. All your hormones balanced, what that looks like. I'm going to tell you some of the things that that looks like. First of all, it looks like less sugar cravings because all your hormones are in balance. Your blood sugar is balanced. It looks like really sustained clean energy levels because you're not having those dips and spikes throughout the day with your energy or your blood sugar rising and then dropping. It's stabilized all day long. It also looks like your stress hormone, which is cortisol, that's going to be in balance as well. And I'm going to just delve into that a little bit more. So when our bodies are under stress, our adrenals pump out cortisol. And that is bad. If we have too much cortisol inside of our body, a few things happen. First of all, our body starts to hang on to fat, specifically around the midsection, because our bodies are going in fight or flight mode. They're like, I don't know if I'm going to eat again, so I better hang on to all these reserves just in case I don't get a meal. So you're going to hang on to excess belly fat and just fat in general. So when you get your insulin balanced and your cortisol gets balanced, guess what starts to melt off your body? Isn't that kind of a beautiful metaphor? Your belly fat and your excess fat just literally starts to melt off your body because your insulin's balanced, your cortisol's balanced. Okay, another thing, if you have trouble sleeping at night, if you're tired in the day and then you're wired at night, getting your cortisol in check is going to help that as well, because that's how your body's able to get into that deep healing REM sleep, is by having that cortisol in check. So that's another thing that happens. One of the other ingredients is alpha lipoic acid. It's a detoxifier, so it detoxes your liver, helps to keep that all clean. Another one is Garcinia cambogia. It decreases belly fat deposits, and it improves your cholesterol levels. Another one that I want to spend a couple seconds talking about is chlorogenic acid. Okay, so when you look at the label on the back of the pink drink, it'll say less than 2% caffeine on the label, okay? A lot of people freak out, and I would have too, because I'm not into quick fixes. I don't want to put a Band-Aid on the problem. I want to fix it at the root. So what that is, it's not caffeine. It's the unroasted green coffee bean extract. There's two acids in that. There's caffeic acid, which is caffeine. There's chlorogenic acid. It's not caffeine. It is actually a really beneficial ingredient that does a lot of really good things for your body. It's an antioxidant. It's an anti-inflammatory. And again, it helps to get your glucose levels balanced, getting your blood sugar balanced. Can you see a general theme here? We're all about getting your blood sugar balanced and all the effects that come with that. Okay, it's sweetened with stevia. It's colored with beetroot extract, so nothing in it is fake or synthetic at all, okay? Now I'm excited to tell you about the new part. So that's all awesome, and that's been in the Slim, and that's awesome, and it's been working really well. But Plexus is on the cutting edge of science. They don't want to hang back and just kind of duplicate what they see. They are out there aggressively, assertively searching for ways that they can improve their products and they can be on the cutting edge, okay? What they've added to the new Slim is a microbiome activating formula, okay? Now I'm going to explain what that means. And I have some notes here so I can make sure I say things right. So it's a prebiotic. So what that is it's an undigestible fiber that goes in and feeds the healthy bacteria inside your gut, okay? So what happens when you get those good bacteria back in balance is it can be used for weight management. It's going to improve your immune system. So if you're someone that gets sick all the time or that feels like you're always kind of under the weather, it's going to help boost your immune system that way. It also is going to help with hormone balance. And one thing I love about that is so the hormones that help you feel happy, like serotonin, the one that helps you sleep, melatonin, getting this gut bacteria bolstered inside your gut is going to help those things. So that's why you're going to hear people say, I just feel happier. I feel like, I can sleep better. It's because your body is naturally able to do those things, okay? So what they call this prebiotic is called XOS. It's a really long name, but it's too long and we don't want to say it wrong. So we call it XOS. And it's the prebiotic. Think of it like fertilizer for the good bacteria in your gut, okay? So it goes in there and all the good stuff that we need to get back into balance, it fertilizes those and helps them grow, okay? So the lactobacillus that's a good bacteria, was increased by 365 times with the clinical studies they did with this very slim. The bifidobacterium was increased by 290 times. And then the last one and my favorite is the Akkermansia, okay? This one was increased by 250 times. And this is the one, it's called Akkermansia. This is the one that everyone's excited about, and I'll explain why. So if this is a good bacteria, and there's something weird popping up on my screen, let me get rid of it. It's a good bacteria that's in your colon, but here's the kicker. If you are deficient in this Akkermansia bacteria microbe that's in your gut, your metabolism is going to be sluggish, okay? So that's why a lot of people will say, I try to work out, I try to eat healthy, or I try to, do what I need to do, and I can't lose weight. It's because you probably have a lack of this Akkermansia bacteria in your colon. And so once we get this fertilizer in there and start it growing, it's going to speed up your metabolism, which means you're going to burn calories faster. And it's a natural way. It's not like you're depriving your body to lose weight. It's getting your body back in balance so that it can heal itself and let go of that extra weight on its own. Okay, so the research is showing, they did some really intense clinical studies on the Slim. They did a double-blind, placebo-controlled study on this product, and their findings were incredible. They can say that the Slim is clinically demonstrated to help you lose weight, which is pretty awesome. Not a lot of people can say they have clinical proof, but they do with these products. But I want to talk about weight management is awesome, but the other benefits that come from the Slim are maintaining healthy blood sugars. Again, so people that have diabetic issues, that have blood sugar issues. Have you ever had a hangry episode where you're like going to pull somebody's hair out because you need food? That's because your blood sugar is imbalanced. Maybe energy dips and spikes. It's going to level those things all out. Restful sleep, improved mood, mental clarity, control over your sugar cravings, and then again, fat melting off your body. How awesome is that, you guys? And it's a natural way. It's not some crazy fad diet, okay? So I would love to quickly turn some time over to Dr. Kim. This is my amazing friend who is a pediatrician. She's a nurse practitioner at our pediatrician's office, but she's my soul sister, but an amazing woman and has extensive knowledge medically and holistically, and she's going to share her story with us. Can you unmute yourself, Kim? There we go.
Yep. Hi, guys. It's so nice to be here. My name is Kimberly Mortensen, and I am a single mom and a nurse practitioner. I've been a nurse practitioner for about 12 years. I've been in the medical field for about 23 years. And I have been taking the products now almost a year. I'm coming up on my year anniversary. So let me just tell you a little bit about me. About 4 years ago, I had a lot of stressful events in my life. And, when you have stressful events, usually you put yourself on the back burner and you kind of get into survival mode, right? So I really got into survival mode. I put the things that I loved aside mainly. I was an avid runner. I ran a lot of marathons and I was super active, and I put that to the side and just basically got into survival mode. And, that lasted for about 3 years. And I really feel like every year I just got worse and worse. I had increased anxiety. I was having weight gain. It got to the point, and this is why I started Plexus, is I basically became really desperate to feel better. I had watched Christy for about 3 months, see her health totally change. And, each time I saw her, I just saw the sparkle come back into her eyes. And so it interested me. I was very skeptic and blew her off for those 3 months. And then finally one day I called her and I said, Christy, you got to help me out. And basically what I had become is just a very lethargic blob. That's really what had happened. I literally had no energy at all. I would start my morning off with a Diet Coke every day, and then I would usually end up going to the gas station and filling up my 44-ouncer of Diet Coke, or I'd stop and get a Pink Rock Star, and then I'd go into clinic. And at clinic, I would be tired, and we always had sugar. All the girls love sugar, and so we'd eat sugar and drink our soda, and then by the time lunch came, I would need to take a nap. So literally, here I am seeing my pediatric kids in the morning. At lunchtime, I would go lay in my truck, or I would run home real quick, or I even had a sleeping bag and a pillow, and I would put it on my office floor, and I'd go to sleep because I knew I needed to take a nap. Even if it was like 13 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it was, I knew I was going to need a nap. So I always took a nap, usually once or twice a day. And then I, start my afternoon clinic and see kids. And I always had, my caffeine ready to go. So I had problems with sleeping. I was taking sleeping meds. I took Ambien 3 to 5 times a week. And even when I took that, it was very interrupted sleep. I had restless legs. Like I said, my anxiety was really yucky. I craved sugar all the time. Like I lived on sugar. Peanut butter M&Ms and York peppermint patties went everywhere I went. I mean, I had it at my bedside table. I had it at work. I needed sugar to survive. I also had a lot of headaches. I had a lot of bloating. I usually would take like a Prevacid or Tums or something like that with me everywhere I went because I always had heartburn. And so my biggest thing was I just had no energy. So finally I talked to Christy, told her, don't you dare tell a single soul that I'm doing this because I don't want anyone to know. But I started it, and within a few weeks I noticed some changes. By month 2, I started to notice more changes. But by month 3, I really started to see huge changes. I think it's so important that when we talk about these supplements, you have to realize and you have to have realistic expectations that this is not a quick fix. If you want a quick fix, you're in the wrong place. It's not going to be this way. A lot of times people will see changes, but it's gradual, and it's going to take, it can take 6 weeks to 6 months to heal our gut. And that's okay, because what happens is we're getting to the root issues and we're doing it the right way. We're healing our bodies. So within 90 days, I really started to see some changes, and that's where I knew I had to share. I knew that these supplements were going to change lives because I had seen what it had done with me. I was able to go all day without a nap, which was miraculous. I wasn't craving sugar. I wasn't living on soda anymore. I had energy to work out. I was losing inches. I was happy again. And so, things just turned around, and I started sharing. And like Christy, I haven't looked back because I know these products work. It's an amazing company, and really, truly getting to the root issues is key. And that's what these products do.
Oh, I love it. That's so perfect. Thank you so much. And that's a perfect segue to take a couple minutes and just talk about these products. So first of all, I want to tell you, and just take note because we're doing a giveaway. Just not that I'm trying to tell you what the answer is, but I might be. So Plexus does 3 things. These 4 products right here are what we call the Fab Four. And I cannot tell you about this one without telling you about his buddies, because these all go together. So Plexus, these 4 products focus on 3 things. So listen to this carefully. Number 1, balancing blood sugar. That is so key to having overall health long term. Number 2, healing your gut. And that is the root of so many issues that we struggle with in this day and age. And number 3, reducing inflammation. So blood sugar balance, healing the gut, reducing inflammation. Those are the 3 things that these products do. So healing the gut. We talked about blood sugar balance. That's this beauty right there. There's several ingredients in here that are designed to do that. And then these 2, the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse, are married. They work together, and they are our gut health products. They are a powerhouse. Okay, so I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to just touch on what they do. And then again, if you want in-depth knowledge, let us know and we can get you hooked up with that. So the ProBio 5, first of all, I'm going to explain something that's kind of gross. We are all born with a really small amount of Candida yeast inside of our colon. We're supposed to have a really small amount, okay? It's a fungus. It's designed to break down and decompose our bodies after we die. Okay, that's kind of gross, right? But what happens is the way that we live this day and age, with all the prescription medications we take, the diets that we have, the chemicals, the everything that's man-made putting into our bodies, all those things cause that Candida yeast to overgrow inside of our colon, causing something called leaky gut. So picture like a tree, how that will get like a fungus, a mushroom on it, and it will grow until it can decompose that tree to the ground. That literally is what happens inside of our body. So it pokes those little micro holes in the walls of our colon, causing leaky gut. And then all of these nasty fungus toxins get to our whole entire body through those micro holes, and their one and only purpose is to break down and decompose our bodies. So did you put that together? If we have that, which I have the worst one the doctor's office had ever seen, that is trying to basically early decomposition of your body. So there's all sorts of side effects, and I'm not going to go into it, but Google Candida yeast overgrowth. It's anything from exhaustion to inability to lose weight to headaches to autoimmune issues. All those things can stem back to having that Candida yeast overgrowth. And so having a good probiotic is good, but this is why this one's different. A good probiotic goes in and will help to make that good bacteria grow inside your colon, right? That's awesome. But it doesn't do anything about that Candida yeast in there. So this one goes in and attacks and kills that nasty Candida yeast overgrowth that's in there and takes control of your gut again, replenishes your gut with that good healthy flora, that good healthy bacteria, so that your gut can function again, because so many things stem from gut health. If you have depression and anxiety, 90% of your serotonin is created in your gut. So you're not going to have your moods, you're not going to be able to create your own serotonin if you have a gut issue, which I did big time. And like I said, you can Google Candida yeast overgrowth and see all the symptoms, but it's a huge problem. So getting to the Candida yeast, killing it, and then replenishing is why this is different. And then the bio cleanse. This one, just think of it like a nice daily cleanser. It's not like a run to the bathroom, shart your pants kind of cleanse, okay? We're not going to poop our pants with this cleanser. This is a nice daily cleanser that's just going to go in and gradually help your body detoxify all that nasty stuff that's hanging out in there making us sick. It also oxygenates your tissues, so it makes it harder for disease and illness to thrive inside your colon. Okay, so does it mean that it's going to heal you from a disease? Of course not, but it's going to make it harder for disease and illness to thrive inside your body. So these two things work together to kill that yeast, get rid of the nasty fungus, replenish your gut with the right kind of bacteria, and then this one moves that all through your body and keeps it moving so that your colon is nice and cleaned out, but not like running to the bathroom, like I said. So that's the gut health portion, and then all these things work together on the inflammation as well. There's ingredients in every one of these products that are anti-inflammatory. So that's that last piece. So blood sugar balance, healing the gut, reducing inflammation. And this last product I'm going to touch on super quick is the X Factor multivitamin, okay? Now, I used to see things like this and I'd go, oh, that's awesome. It's a cool vitamin. Yay for you. Like, what's the big deal? The big deal about this one is everything in it is bioavailable. And what that means is it's made in a way where your body can recognize and absorb it. Most vitamins these days are synthetic. They're man-made. So when you take a multivitamin, because you know you should, that's what your doctor tells you to do, and then you pee bright neon yellow, you know how that happens? That's because it's all synthetic and it's just going right through you. And this one is different. It's bioavailable. So everything goes into your body and it's absorbed. So your body actually uses it. That's why people notice their energy starts to improve, their hair stops falling out, their skin improves. Sorry. And that's why, because everything in here is being absorbed into your body. Another thing about this is it has aloe. It's a proprietary blend that only Plexus makes, and the aloe in here creates a situation where your body absorbs everything 300 to 400% more. So all the vitamins that you're taking into your food, into your body, those things are absorbed way more, and all your vitamins and all of this is absorbed 300 to 400% more when it's in the presence of this aloe blend, because it helps your body absorb it more. So that means you're going to get faster results, you're going to get better results, and it's going to be more of a long-term solution because you're filling in those deficiencies that you might have with vitamins and minerals with this bad boy. And oh baby, we have so much information on these that I wish I could tell you, but this is a taster, so I'm going to stop. But that's these 4 products. That's the Fab Four, you guys. These are the products that have changed my whole life, literally. I give these products to my kids in half doses. We've noticed that we don't get sick as much, right, Dr. Kim? As I'm coughing, I totally inhaled my gum spit. That's why I'm coughing right now. But we used to be in to see Dr. Kim like every week, twice a week, with all sorts of respiratory issues and ear infections and all sorts of crap. And guess what? Our immune systems are stronger now. We're able to withstand all the crud that goes around, and we're not in the doctor's office every other day. So these things have seriously changed my world. They've changed so many people's lives that I love. And if any of this rings true for you, we would love to help you. We are not in this to just give you the products and then be like, all right, see you later, good luck. Our mission and our goal is to help you heal. It's to get a personalized approach and help you tweak your products, help educate you on how we can do things in a way that's going to get you where you want to be with your health. So that's pretty much the presentation. What I want to say though, see this beautiful baby right here? This is our giveaway. So any of you new people on this call right now, if you know the 3 things that these Fab Four products do, send me a message. I'm Christy Cook Jex on Facebook. And if you can't find me, then talk to the person that invited you. Message me the answer, the 3 things that these products do, these 4 products together. Remember how I said, pay attention, something important is happening. Message me that answer and I will choose a winner and I'll send that awesome water bottle to you. It's a good one. So thank you so much for spending your time with us. Does anyone have questions? I'll unmute you for a minute, but I want to say thank you so much for spending a half hour of your time with us. And we did good on time. I'm so proud of us, didn't we? Yay. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.